Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're going to continue our showcase of EB01 by showcasing the next leader, Hannibal. So the last 3 days we did Odin, today we move on to Hannibal, and Hannibal is a blue purple leader from Impel Down. If you haven't watched One Piece, that it's just a ramp leader. At the end of the turn, you can actually return any of your Impel Down characters that are 2 cost or higher back to your hand and actually ramp 1 down to be active, right? So it's a little bit of a, honestly, it's a little bit of a super boring design, right? Like, it's kind of similar to Red Purple Uta where you're just ramping. Obviously, the benefit with this is that you're not having 1 less card in your hand like Uta is, because you get to bring that card back to your hand. So there's 2 versions to play Hannibal. The version that you see here in the screen is with the Jailer Beast, which is what we're playing. But there's also a version where you play the Impel Down characters. So think of like Ivankov, think of like Impel Down Luffy, etc. And it's more like blue-centric rather than purple-centric. Either one, I feel like you could try it out. I just wanted to kind of go more for like an actual like Hannibal Impel Down theme, because Hannibal is supposed to be the jailer, right? Not one of the prisoners like the other Impel Down characters are. So let's talk about this version, which is just the Beast Pirate version. And I kind of based this version a lot out of another content creator called OPTCG, who posted like a very similar version of Hannibal months ago. We edited it a little bit, but it's almost exactly the same list, except for like maybe 6 to 8 cards or so. So again, it's all about ramping. And to ramp with this, you need to have cost 2 or greater Impel Down characters. Of course, you don't want to be playing like a 5 cost character just to bring it back to your hand, right? So that means that the most efficient way to ramp with Hannibal is to have Impel Down 2 cost characters. And we play 8 of them. We play this new one from EB01, which is just a 2k counter. You're never going to use his on attack ability, honestly. It's just there as a 2k counter and as a way for you to, like, you can play this. At the end of the turn, you can bring it back to your hand and ramp up with Hannibal. And then we play Domino, who's another Impel Down character. And this one is just a 1k, but can be a blocker. But again, same thing. You're just bringing her back to your hand. This way, if you're going second and on your 2 down turn, you can literally just play one of these cards right away and be able to just ramp. And next turn, you're going to be all the way at 5 down. So it can be pretty crazy with this, right? So those are our 2 drops that we play exactly so that we can ramp with our 2 drops, right? Then we get to the Jailer Beast package of our deck. We play Sadi, because it's an Impel Down character. It's a 2k counter as well. The benefit of Sadi is that if you're not going second, if instead you're going first, you can play Sadi for 3 down and cheat out one of these 4 cost Jailer Beasts. So we play 10 of them in total. We play the Minochihuahua, which when you play him, he's just going to be a rush card. We play the Minokoala, which is just a blocker. And we play the Minotaur, who is a double attack unit. So this way, you play them on your 3 down turn with the Sadi. And at the end of the turn, you use your Hannibal ability to bounce the Sadi back to your hand. And you get your 2k counter right back into your hand. So you literally play Sadi, got a free unit out of it, and you get the Sadi really back into your hand. That's like one of the strongest play that this deck can do. These are the only Jailer Beasts that we play. There's no other reason to play any other ones, in my opinion. Maybe you want to go to 12 Jailer Beasts so that you have more chances of going for more Sadis. So if that's the case, maybe you want to play 2 more Minochihuahua. And if you don't like the double attack, you can also try the Mini Zebra, which is going to be banished instead of the double attack. Then we play Hannibal, which is just our 1-drop. Searches for the Impel Down cards. It has to be a purple card, though. So you're only really hitting the Jailer Beast, and you're hitting the Domino or the Sadi. You're not able to hit your blue Impel Down cards with your Hannibal, right? So that's really it for our Impel Down characters. Then we kind of get to the other side of this deck. We're doing all this ramping with Hannibal. So what are we ramping to? And what are we ramping to here is Sanji, Kaido, and Mihawk. So this is kind of the other side of our deck. Because we're playing Sanji, we also play cards that allow us to rearrange the top cards of our deck. So that's why we play this Doflamingo blocker and we play this Edge String. That way we can play them sometime before your 9 down turn so that you can kind of set up the top cards of your deck so that you play Sanji and you can cheat out another one of these 9-cost cards, or honestly, sometimes even one of the Jailer Beasts with Sanji for free. So that feels really, really nice sometimes because you're able to develop 2 bodies at once with Sanji. Obviously, the high roll here is having Sanji develop your Kaido or develop your Mihawk. Aside from these 2 blockers, we're also playing Desert Spada. And Desert Spada might seem weird here, but the good thing about Desert Spada is that anytime you ramp with Hannibal at the end of the turn, that's an active Dawn that you're ramping up, which means that you're almost always going to have an active Dawn for your Desert Spada to be enabled, and you'll be able to counter with it and set up the top 3 cards of your deck to, again, set up for a potential Sanji high roll. So that's kind of like our finishing, our big bodies here, right? The Sanji can summon your Kaido, or you can just play Kaido by itself. That's the reason that we're ramping to Kaido. This lets you KO one of the opponent's units and be able to just rush, so put pressure into the opponent. And even though you are doing -5 Dawn, Hannibal can let us ramp back up really quickly to get right back up to 8 or 9 Dawn. And then Mihawk is just there as more targets for Sanji. Sometimes I actually think I should be playing more, because there's a lot of situations where I play where I have like Sanji and I play my top deck lookers, and I don't find either Kaido or Mihawk because there's only 6 of them, to be honest, right? So Mihawk is there as another big body that you can drop on turn 9 because you're ramping so much and get rid of the opponent's units, right? So these are our big bumps. We talked about the Desert Spada, and then to finish up the deck, we really just have Pudding. Since we're playing blue, it's a good way to punish opponents that keep a lot of cards in their hand. And then we also play 2 Jet Gattlings. We do have a lot of non-counter cards between Sanji, Kaido, Mihawk, and even the Minochihuahua. So having this Gatling can be nice at trashing one of these cards in a sticky situation, right? And also the trigger for both of these cards are also really decent, in my opinion, right? Especially this one, because you're drawing 2 cards and trashing something useless from your hand. So that's really the deck list. How are you going to play this deck? Well, again, if you're going second on your 2 Dawn turn, you want to play Domino or Bellett, right? And then you're going to end the turn, bring them back to your hand, and you're going to ramp it down. So you're going to be a 3 Dawn. Your next turn, you're going to be a 5 Dawn. And at 5 Dawn, you have a choice here. You can either go Sadie into a Jailer Beast, so you can like attack for 7 with your Hannibal, and then play Sadie into a Jailer Beast, and then bounce the Sadie back to your hand to ramp up again. Or you can pre-play that Domino or the Bellett that you had in your hand from last turn, and also play like a Doflamingo, and you can bounce back this Domino or Bellett back to your hand, and it still ramp up. So that would now put you at 6, which means that next turn you're at 8. Now, our 8 turn is kind of weird because we don't really have a lot of things that we want to do at 8 Dawn. So this is again where we kind of set up an X-Drake or a Doflamingo or something else just to prepare for a potential Sanji on our next turn. So going second is always kind of awkward because even when you ramp up twice, you're going to end up like an 8 Dawn turn, which you're not really doing a lot with. Going first tends to be better because what you can do when you go first is that, again, on your 3 Dawn turn, you can play Sadie into a Jailer Beast and bring Sadie back to your hand. Or if you don't have Sadie, you can still play a 2 drop. This puts you up to 4 Dawn, and then on the next turn, you're going to be a 6. And once you're a 6, again, you can go Sadie or Domino or Bellett to ramp up to 7. Plus, you can also develop like another unit. So if you go Sadie, you can go Sadie and Doflamingo for 6 Dawn. Or if you play Domino, you can go Domino and just play one of your 4 drops. Attack with your leader for 5. Then you bring the Domino back to your hand, and now you're at 7 Dawn, which means that next turn you're going to be at 9, which means that you can set up for a Sanji or a Mihawk or a Kaido super quickly, right? So you're literally able to play one of your 9 drops on your, I guess technically on your 4th turn, right? Which can be really, really strong against a lot of opponents, which can be really nice. So those are kind of, strategy. And then after that, once you have your big bodies in the field, just try to find a way to finish the game. It's as simple as that, right? So just try to find a way to finish the game. That's the weakness of this deck, that even after you have your big bumps out, it kind of feels hard to finish games. Your leader ability now becomes a vanilla if you really ramp up, unless you're playing Kaido and you're able to ramp up again after you play Kaido. But like that's the downside of Hannibal, that after you get to that 10 Dawn turn, there's no reason to ramp anymore. So now this becomes just a vanilla. Like it's literally gonna be a vanilla leader, which is not great. So that's it. That's really the game plan with this deck and with this leader. So we're gonna see 3 games for today's video. We have 2 games against Black Yellow Luffy and 1 game against a Sakazuki player. If you like today's video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you all later. In this match, we're going against Luffy. Alright, so we want to go second, right? We want to go second because that lets us kind of ramp up. So we have our ramp here. We have our Sanji. We have our pudding, which is so good. Everything here is amazing. Everything in this hand is amazing. Obviously, we don't have the Impel Down side of our deck. But because we have... Okay, the opponent also already with... And we have the Dofi to set up this Sanji. Oh boy. So this is what's powerful about this deck. You can go like this, right? End the turn. Bounce this back, and we just ramped up. And we just ramped up to 3. So next turn, we're going to be at 5, right? Opponent takes their life here. To look at the rest of their life. They reorder their life. I guess they can find their... Okay, they're gonna go flamp it as well. Wow. Oh, they really want to just get in there. They really want to get in there. Huh. Is it worth slowing down our ramp so that we can blow up their hand? With the pudding? Or are we just gonna go Dofi? We don't even need to attack, right? So if we ramp here, we'll be at 6. Next turn we'll be at 8. So we'll get 1 more draw before we actually get this Sanji off. So yeah, let's go here. Let's go here. But we don't get any. That sucks. So that our Sanji's kind of like not really mattering right now. That's rough. We don't get another 9-drop on the top. I mean, it makes sense because we have 2 Kaidos in our hand. Yeah, we have 2 Kaidos in our hand. Let's place this in the bottom. And then we'll just go like this. We'll end the turn, use the car action, and just ramp back up. Now, the opponent has 7 cards. If they somehow, like... I'm pretty sure they want to take their life next time and go to 0. Yeah, they're just going to just go ace. Right? They're going to go ace. We'll take this, or do we start defending? I'll take it. Let's see if we get another Dofi. Okay, here I can give them a 1k then. We have 2 ways to doing this. I think I'm gonna go here. We can technically ramp up to 10, but I mean, it's not gonna matter, right? It's not gonna matter because we already have our stuff here. We definitely just gonna go for this pudding, right? Have the opponent take the life here, go for pudding. I guess do I want to get rid of this ace? Probably at some point. We're gonna go 4 for pudding, and I guess we can go 8. Maybe we should search first, see what we got. Opponent takes it. We'll go here. We'll grab our... I guess we'll grab our Sadi at this point. And then we'll just go pudding. And make the opponent's life very sad. We can bounce back this Hannibal, which I think is fine. Let's just... Oh, wait, never mind. We cannot, because it's not a 2 cost. Why did I think I could bounce it back? It has to be a 2 cost or more, right? So we just blew up the opponent's hand, right? So now we got the opponent has to also give me another Flampe or just a Luffy to get themselves down to 0. So we're at 2 life though, so that's risky. Yep, there you go. They have to give me the Makino, right? So that's another 2k counter that they just gave us there. They have nothing in the trash, by the way. So they have to like trash the Sabo. So they have to trash the Sabo, and that will only give them enough to play another Sabo. I guess the Sabo does save them from getting hit by this Sanji or by this Kaido. Yeah, and they set it up, right? So they're setting themselves up. I'm okay. I guess honestly the blocker is better for later. Opponent does have this. Opponent doesn't have the other Sabo. This is so weird. I don't have a lot of stuff. I think we can give them this 1k here. Man, imagine how much better it would have been if we actually had this Sanji enable. I mean, opponent has to kind of respect this Kaido anyways. I don't have to use the on play effect. But I guess I don't get the rush if I don't play the on play effect. It just sucks that we ended up not getting anything with the Sanji. So I can force him to block with Sabo. I can force him to block with Sabo. The problem is that they're just going to continue playing the Sabos over and over again, which is going to be a problem regardless. This Minochihuahua has rush, and we can always return the Sadi back. So I guess we'll go like this. I guess we'll go 7. Have the opponent give me cards or give me the Sabo. We'll go 7 here. The opponent has to give me 2 cards. We can go Sadi into Minochihuahua. If we had this Sanji combo, it would be so good. The downside here as well is that now... I mean, I guess we can go 5 twice, but I don't want to go 5 twice. We don't want to kill this ace. I want to leave that ace in the field. I guess if I kill it, it doesn't matter. But I mean, the opponent is a 5k leader right now, so this is the best time for us to just attack. My concern is if they go double Sabo next turn. Okay, so they give me the Luffy. So if they go double Sabo next turn, I'm kind of screwed, right? So we can go 7. So we can go 7 3 times here. Yep. So we can go 7 one more time here. And then we can play the Sadi into the Minochihuahua. It has rush, which means that we can attack with 7 again, and then bounce the Sadi back to my hand to give myself the 2k counter. We have 1 blocker, we have 1 life, and we will have 6k counter in our hand. Yeah, that putting work just messing up their hand. The opponent still ended up finding the Sabos though, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. But again, you have to give me 2 cards here, or you have to give me the Sabo blocker. Regardless, they have to... Okay, so now they're gonna have to give me 2 cards anyways, right? So we just go Sadi. We'll play this guy. We'll go here for 7. And that's 2 cards. And they don't have it. Yeah, wow, wait, they actually just didn't have anything. Well, they had the Gecko Moria coming up next turn, so they could have actually gotten the Luffy. I guess they could, yeah, they could have gone for like the search here. After they drew the Moria, they could have gone, yeah, they had a Sabo coming up, right? So they could have played Moria. Well, I guess they could draw the Moria, they could play the search with the 3 brothers spawn or the Garp, get that Sabo. Oh, but then that means that they don't have the 2 down for the Luffy, right? So there's no way, right? They just didn't have any counters to do anything. We didn't even get the whole Sanji combo this game, right? We whiffed it with our Dofi. But sometimes that's gonna happen, so GG's. In this match, we're gonna against Luffy. I wanna go second just to... Now I wish I went first. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go like this. I want to go second just to make sure they don't get, like, their Gecko, right? Like, their 10 down Gecko plus Luffy ability stuff. We just gotta play this slow, though. We just gotta play this slow and force the opponent to be the one. So this is a Sabo. We gotta force the opponent to be the one to have to, like give us stuff, right? Like, get their life low. So... we don't have any of our big bodies. That's one problem, though. Like, if we have Mihawk, I would be so good at just starving them out. Because I could just Mihawk whatever they play. I guess we'll be able to still get it there eventually, right? Let's play the Domino, end the turn, and just ramp. There's no reason for me to attack into their leader at all. Right? Let the opponent play their flam plays, their Hioris, their Luffy to take their life and trash it. And I'm just gonna slowly ramp up, right? I'm at 3. So they got little Ace and they got the big Sabo. So little Ace and big Sabo. Let's keep that in mind. They also got another big Sabo. So they have 2 big Sabos and they have Ace. And this is their Makino, right? So there you go. They go for Makino first. And they rearrange the rest of their life to do whatever they want to do. Alright, cool. Do we think that they put something important on the top of their life? Maybe. Maybe. Do we need to ramp here? That would take us to 6 and there will be an 8 next turn. I guess it doesn't hurt. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to ramp. So we can go like this, and we can go here. Here, this our Kaido. Do we want to have Kaido? I mean, it's not bad. The opponent has double Sabo though, so the Kaido is always going to be a problem. Why don't we just place it in the bottom, and we just look for that Sanji play? Like, why don't we just look for a Sanji with the Edge Trick instead? I don't think I'm going to need Kaido right away. So, 1 little Ace, 2 big Sabos, 7 cards. Again, no reason for us to attack into them until we set up our own, like, big board. Yeah, we'll give you the 2K, the 1K here. No reason for us to go that low. They go Sabo. They get to trash big Sabo and another Sabo. They get to trash the Luffy. So if they can go ahead and do their Luffy shenanigans, right? We'll go here. There's our Sanjis. That was nice. That was very nice of Sanji to show up over there. So now I wish I kept that Kaido. Yeah, what a weird hand. No Mihawk, and we just bottom deck a bunch of Sanjis. I mean, we only played 2 Mihawks, so it's not like it's like impossible. But like, imagine how nice Kaido will be here. We could just pop that Sabo. But it has another Sabo that they could play right now. But we don't have any big bodies. We don't have any big bodies right now. Yeah, but it has to go Flampe again. So again, by forcing them to use their 2K counters, that's less 2K counters we have to worry about. They go Hiyori. I guess they can set this one up to have the Sabo there. And then they can play the Sabo here. Yeah, and they're going to just play that big Sabo. They're going to go for 7 here. Boom, boom. My world for a Mihawk, man. My world for a Mihawk. Oh, they also have Luffy? Wait, you knew... They thought it was a big Luffy, but it was actually a little Luffy. They forgot the way that they rearranged their Flampe, I guess. Yeah, I'm still not gonna take them to 1 life. Like, I'm actually still not gonna take them to 1 life. I'm literally just gonna go here, go here, and just pass. Just develop this big board that the opponent has to deal into. Forcing to use another Flampe or another Hiyori or another Makino. The less 2K counters they have, the better it is for us. This sucks though. Like, it would be so much different if I had like a big Mihawk. Because then them going to a 9K leader doesn't really matter. Maybe I take the next hit. This is the Makino. Alright, so they get the Makino now. So now they can do their thing, right? Now they can start doing their thing. They're gonna have Luffy, I guess. They're gonna have Sabo as well. Okay, so they're gonna have a 3rd Sabo. So they can go Luffy and 3rd Sabo and go to a 9K leader. And we won't be able to do anything. I guess we just hide behind blockers. Yeah, they're gonna have 3 Sabos. I guess we'll just hide behind blockers. This is like a big 11K hit. So I guess we can take this one. Desert Spada. Kaido? Kaido's not bad. Kaido's not bad. As long as, I mean, the opponent has all their Sabos in their field right now. And they have shown me 3 little Sabos already. It's not impossible for them. Okay, well, this is great. It's not impossible. So this is really good because, again, we can now go here. So am I at risk of dying next turn, though? 1 blocker. Yeah, so we'll go like this. And we'll just pass. But it has 4 cards, has 2 blockers. One of the blockers can die to this Kaido. Right? So one of these blockers can die to Kaido. Maybe a 2K, 2K. They don't have Ace in the trash. Oh, they have a third. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Oh, they have a third Sabo. A fourth Sabo, sorry. They have a fourth Sabo. Imagine if we had this Mihawk earlier. We could have been threatening damage with Mihawk this whole time. Opponent doesn't have a lot of cards left in their hand, by the way. They don't have a lot of counters left. So, like... Okay. They get the little Sabo. So, So this is the problem, that if I let this Sabo... If I let this Sabo... I mean, opponent's playing with fire here. If I let this Sabo die... Okay. They trash. They're just gonna get themselves 2 lives, right? They're just gonna get this. Okay, well, here's the good news, right? It means that the opponent needs to have a Luffy. There's no way they ever attack with the second Sabo. If the fourth Sabo didn't come out, we could have actually tried to push damage, but the fourth Sabo coming out kind of just made things very difficult. Very, very difficult. We have to have enough Dawn. We have to have enough Dawn to play the double blockers. So we'll go 6 here. Right? So I don't really want to attack into their Sabos, right? So I think we just go 10 here. Okay. If we go double attack, opponent can still... So my problem is Moira. If the opponent has Moira, they get a lot of value from this Moira. So we're just gonna go like this. I guess opponent can still go Moira here, play the double Luffy, and still go back up to 2 life. Okay, so that's not a Moira anymore. They're just gonna try to go up to their 4K, right? Yeah, they're just gonna try to go back up to 2 life here. Do you have okay, so they had all 4 little Sabos and all 4 big Sabos. Jesus, man. All 4 little Sabos and all 4 big Sabos. They actually had them. Where were my... like, it makes the Kaidos not be good. And it just sucks. That I literally cannot do anything here. And then their leader is 11k next turn, so we can't even attack into it. Yeah. That's cool. That is very, very cool, my friend. I guess we can force them to block with their Sabos. No, this guy is 9k. This guy is 9k. Why is this guy 9k? We can force him to block. We can go 11 and it... 9, 9... I guess we can go 9, 3 times. We can go 9 here. Opponent definitely has a 1k counter though, right? Them going back to 2 life doesn't matter to me at this point. Like, if they have the Moria, they have the Moria. I'm losing anyways, right? If they have the Moria, they have the Moria. So we go for 9 again. Like, Moria into Big Sabo, they just win, right? I have to keep one done open. I have to keep one done open for this Desert Spada. Okay, so it's not Moria. It's not Moria. It's just 4 big attacks into my 1 life. 1 blocker, 1 life. The opponent goes back to 2 here, which means that this can go back up to 8. They get to draw a card. And I guess they were hoping, if that was the little ace, that would have been annoying. They go for 9. We take the 9. And opponent has another 9. Eight. 9. I guess let's see what's here. And this our Mihawk. This our second Mihawk. So they go 8. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, unbelievable. 4 Sabos. 4 Sabos, little and big. We didn't hit the Moira, I guess, so that's fine. But, like, I can't beat the Sabos, right? I can't beat all 4 Sabos in 1 game, so GG's. In this match, we get against Sakazuki. We get the 2-drop. We get the Sanji. We even have the Pudding. I think this is a great hand to keep, right? Because we can just ramp up here. Now, if I get the Jailer Beast, this would be like a deal. Yeah, if we get the Jailer Beast, this would be a deal. The Desert Spada as well is going to be really good to set up the Sanji. I like this. I like this. Jailer Beast with the Sadi. At least force the opponent to have to use the removal. Opponent attacks into us. Second Pudding. We want to ramp, right? We want to ramp. So I think we're just going to go 8. And then just play it again. And we just ramp up. So we're at 7 here. Sorry, we're at 6. We got to go to 8. So still not enough for the Sanji. But we're not ramping anymore. So we probably want to go ahead and use this Desert Spada right now. We're definitely going to hit them with Pudding, by the way. It's just a matter of... Yeah, so we can go Desert Spada. And we're going to be... Okay, well, we didn't hit... We didn't hit what we wanted to hit. Which was another 9-drop. We could just bottom deck everything here and just go for the Edge Drake. Improve our chances of getting what we need. The problem is that if we're playing Edge Drake, we're not going to be getting... Okay, well... Okay. Okay. Ha! This Pudding is way too tempting. This Pudding is way too tempting. I have to play Pudding, right? We can play Edge Drake next turn. We'll go for 9. Opponent should play... Okay, okay, well... Yep. Bye-bye, your hand. Yep, that's cool. We just got rid of 4 cards from their hand, by the way. Might actually have fits their hand a little bit. But we got rid of the Lucy that was in their hand. They're gonna go stage here. Get this down to 2. They're gonna have like a... I guess they can play Handblaze. I want to play this Edge Drake to settle for the Sanji. But there's a chance that I just whiff it. I guess I guess I don't have to play the Edge Drake. Maybe we actually set up... We can set up the Desert Spada, right? We can attack for 5 and just go for it that way. Opponent has more Rebecca's already. Or we can go Jailer. I guess we could set up for the Edge Drake and just develop a bunch of units. We go Jailer into Minotaur. That's 3 done. This is 5. That's going to be 8. And we can go Hannibal. Okay. I think we can go like this. We can go here. Opponent takes it. We'll go here. We'll grab... I guess we have to grab the Domino because I don't want to grab the... I mean, I could grab the Minochihuahua and play that now instead of playing the Minotaur. I'm okay with this. Back for 5 here. Have the opponent give me cards or give me the block. You have to start giving me cards, my friend. You have to start giving me cards. There we go. I do agree. I do think, again, developing another unit is better. So I think we're going to go here. We get the Kaido, right? So next turn, we want to draw, I guess, into either any of these cards. And then we're going to get the Kaido. And then we'll just set up the Sanji for potentially later. Okay. I mean, this is good, right? I do want to get this 2K back to my hand, though. So I think we go ahead and just do this. Unless the opponent plays a Sabo, this Kaido is gonna just completely punish them. Honestly, this game was completely like out of their hand once I played that pudding and got rid of 4 cards in their hand. They also have to kill. They have to get rid of this Minochihuahua at the same time as they gotta get rid of this blocker. Now, they went for the minus here already, so I think we just let it go. Because the opponent just wasted their minus on the Sakazuki. Okay, so they have another one, and they're gonna go Handblaze here. Oh, Ama. All right, so yeah. So here comes Kaido. Yeah. We wanna just use it right away, right? Yeah, we wanna just use it right away. We'll go here, deploy this Kaido, use the card action, pop this guy right here. Do we want to eat up a 2K counter? I will say so. I have enough counters in my hand that I don't think I need to save for the Desert Spada. So let's just eat up a 2K counter right now and then attack with Kaido for 10. Okay, they don't have it, so they just lose the game. Yeah, they had the 2K counter. Why not block that? Why not block that? You were not gonna win. I guess opponent just gave up, right? But they could have gone 2K counter and then I would have gone Kaido. I'm still not losing because I have a 2K, 1K, 1K, 2K, 1K. So I don't think there's anything that the opponent has that could beat us. But again, this whole game changed once I played that one pudding. Once I played that one pudding, opponent couldn't really do anything. They lost 4 cards. They had 9 cards in their hand. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games with Hannibal. We beat the first Black Yellow Luffy player. The second one was really awkward. I mean, the opponent found all 4 Sabos, right? Both the little kids and the big kids. So it kind of made it really hard for me to find a room to play Kaido. So that's one thing that was really bad, that just the opponent had so many Sabos, and it just made it like impossible. That's to the point that we just started running out of steam. We only found one Mihawk, unfortunately, and we never had to settle for the Sanji. If I was able to set up Sanji that game, because like we were just like in that match, you want to just not attack into their leader, make them use their Makinos and their Hyoris and their what's the other one? And the Flampe to take their own life. So that way they're wasting the 2K counters while you try to set up to have multiple units. Unfortunately for us, we had like all the we had all the jailer bees, but we didn't have our big bodies. If we had our big bodies instead, we could have potentially put a lot more pressure into the opponent and being able to kind of threaten a potential lethal even through all the Sabu lockers that the opponent has. So it is what it is. They also didn't find the Mora, so I can't complain too much. And then the Sakazuki player, we kind of just rushed him down and just kind of went from there. So yeah, that's a good showcase of what this deck can do. Pretty weak, but it can be pretty cool when you can actually put it up. So hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.